and I found out my wife was cheating on me with two guys, one single man, one's a married man.
His wife, tying her up with duct tape. He then drove her into the woods not far from their home, dug a hole,
He digged
and
the
placed her
ground
in the
and
ground.
he threw me in the hole.
For DOC.
Okay. So Mr. An is making an appearance from DOC to handle this will be the final hearing then for the end of the, I guess the SOC that was previously revoked in 1A307801. All right. Mr. McClellan?
Yeah, and right, we were hoping to have this case handled the day we knew he was being sentenced. We were tracking along in a felony case and tried to coordinate the timing to where he'd be sentenced first, and we had this set, but he got taken to DOC pretty quickly. And so we appreciate the coordination Ms. Kamari's done to have Mr. An appear. And I didn't know that it had formally been revoked, but the intention, I believe the agreement of the parties is to revoke the SOC. The recommendation is going to be just to have the convictions enter and close the case. I think be up to your honors calculating time. He obviously was held in the county jail for more than a year. So he wouldn't really have any, if he was given credit, he wouldn't have any time left to serve. But in any event, the city's asked him to not impose any time and close the matter. There is a no conduct order that would be rescinded. There's already a Superior Court order through 2099. So it's not a prejudice to the victim. And so I asked the court to impose them. I don't think there's much probably needs to remain to be said at this time. He had a lengthy sentencing. Obviously, it's very tragic. Well, fortunately, not fatal, but there's a sad ending to what was an SOC that was an opportunity to hopefully deter and avoid future crime, violence, and but for our case, I don't think there's much more to be said that probably wasn't already addressed at his sentencing for the attempted murder case.
A Thurston County judge sentenced Che An to nearly 14 years in prison. An apologized for what prosecutors have described as an attempt to bury his wife alive.
He digged the ground and he threw me in the hole.
She's convinced her husband took her to the woods to leave her to die.
Several times he poured dirt on me.
The woman did not want her face shown as she described for the judge through an interpreter what her husband, Che An, did to her.
He stabbed me several times with his knife on my chest, and then he buried me alive.
They had been estranged in October of 2022 when the wife says her husband kidnapped her from their home in Lacey and took her to a remote part of the county.
I told him to think about our children, and he said, I don't need anything. Today, I'm going to kill you.
I don't remember everything I did, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did.
An pleaded guilty to attempted murder. He says he snapped while suffering from PTSD after a 30-plus year military career.
Can I speak now, Your Honor?
Yes, you can, Mr. An.
For Your Honor, for all my life, I worked hard and proudly served my country for 34 years. And I've been a good law-abiding citizen. I never even had a traffic ticket for decades. And my last speeding ticket was like 28 years ago when I stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And I have been a good husband and father. And I just like to, say that my wife had been cheating on me throughout my marriage. And I blame on me because I was constantly going to deployment to Iraq and Afghanistan and field exercise, training exercise, and other army missions around the world. And in 2021, I was preparing for my retirement after serving 34 years. And she had been most happiest time in my life because I've been working since I was a little boy, nonstop. And I found out my wife was cheating on me with two guys, one single man, one's a married man, and in their 30s, both of them more than 15 years younger than me. And for the first time in our marriage, I confronted her about it, and she called the police and had me arrested by lying to the police that I hit her. And in the police report, said that there's no mark, no scratch, no bruise at all. And she admitted that she cheated on me. And also my daughter wrote a statement saying that none of that happened, but somehow that my daughter's letter didn't make to the court, even though she provided to my lawyer. And it's been difficult for me because, ever since I've been arrested for the first time in October 2021, and then after I got released, I wasn't, became a homeless man. And my wife kicked me out of the house, and then she lifted no contact order. And then she constantly threatened me to call the police again and kicked me out of the house again and cheated on me with another guy. And then when I confronted her about it, she filed for divorce, emptied my bank account. And, after 34 years, I've been basically a homeless man for a year before I get arrested again because she threatened to call the police again, and things got out of control. I'm sorry, I did that, but I didn't hit her. In my entire life, I didn't hit anybody, and there's no proof, but based on her word, I was really surprised, that they just arrested me based on her word without any proof. She threw me in jail and treated me like a criminal. And now I'm here in the jail. The prison, serving my time, and I just want to say that none of that happened, and because she cheated on me, because I confronted her about it, and she just threw me in the jail, and I don't know what to say, Your Honor. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. On. And the events subsequent to this case are obviously adequately in the record of the case in Superior Court and don't have to be revisited here. The no contact order that was issued in this case was previously terminated by the court in September of 2021 after Mrs. On had filed a request just prior to the entry of the stipulated order of continuance. So that was previously done. So the sentence will be for count 1 assault, no additional time, no fines. For count 2, interfering with the reporting of domestic violence, there'll be no additional time, no additional fines. Matter will be closed. Mr. On, I will inform you as a result of these convictions for domestic violence assault and interfering with reporting domestic violence, your right to possess firearms is revoked and can only be restored by a court of record of this state. All right, so that'll bring your Lacey matter to a conclusion, Mr. On. All right, so you are all done. And let's go over to the Nisqually.
These are her words. Please, no bail. I am really afraid for my life. I just want to emphasize that I fear him so much and he will kill me again if he is out.
It was this past weekend. Probable cause documents allege An kidnapped his wife and threatened to kill her. Their daughter told police the two were going through a divorce and An would come by their home in Lacey to do laundry. Security camera footage shared by a neighbor shows a man who authorities say was identified as An pulling a minivan into the garage. The van is later seen speeding out of the neighborhood. Those probable cause documents allege An attacked his wife, tying her up with duct tape. He then drove her into the woods not far from their home, dug a hole, and placed her in the ground. The documents say Che told her she was going to die. She was so scared. However, before she was buried, she seized an opportunity to escape, wiggling out of that duct tape, climbing out of the hole, and running for her life. Che An was arrested a few hours later.